Afternoon, guys. Well, early evening. Well, we just finished up planting soybeans. So I'm in neighbor's tractor that he borrows our roller. Kind of the stipulation when you borrow our roller is if we need to roll our stuff and it's hooked to your tractor, we'll borrow your tractor to roll it. Don't worry, we're putting fuel and DEF back into it, but yeah, so, and it was closer, his tractor and the roller were actually closer to the field where we're going to roll the beans that were just planted, a lot closer than it was our farm. So I'm gonna go roll these beans. Not that we couldn't do it with our tractor, but our tractor has no cab, and this one's got a radio and AC and auto steer, so it'll be a little nicer rolling. Joe's he planted the beans. This farm is one that you got to be real patient on, but once it's fit, it's fit. So he just went and planted it. They worked it yesterday because there was a few ruts and washouts that we had to smooth out from years of no-till. It was probably been no-till 6 or 7 years for sure, continuously. No-till corn, no-till beans. So there were some few ruts and unevenness that we had to get rid of so we can actually clip the beans, and it was finally fit enough that we could work it. So we'll go roll them. The reason we like to roll our beans is it punches stones down and it firms the soil up so we can cut with our draper head a lot better. Plus any beans that are on top, or it seals up the moisture so that it doesn't dry out down to the seed. So it's nice to do that. And they got a chance of rain tomorrow, so hopefully we can get this done. They'll get maybe hopefully not a big rain on them. If they get a little bit of a rain, that's fine. And then next week sometime I'll go and spray our pre-emerge on it. So New Holland T6 CVT transmission, not a bad tractor. First impressions of it so far, I've only drove it for about 5 minutes. So we'll see how it is once we get in the field. Alright guys, in the field. Just rolling beans here. So we worked this farm with a BT unit, a Lemkin Reuben. Worked it once and then planted right into it. And so you can, I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the camera. But anyways, we get out. I'll get out maybe a little bit later and kind of show the difference between rolling and not rolling. We just kind of smooth it out. So this trash and lumps or whatever, it's kind of soft soil and acts like a sponge. This kind of just goes and firms it up, and we get good seed to soil contact. And then we also knock down any stones so they don't end up in our combine and wreck it. We've been doing this for as long as I can remember. We used to pull this roller behind our turbo till. So we used to pull the roller and the turbo till at the same time, and you could bust up those clods. But there's just, that's why it's only 28 feet, or we had a 25-foot turbo till, so you want a little bit of overlap. Anyways, I gotta turn here. As I was saying, this is a 28-foot roller. Ideally, I'd like something a little bit wider so we can go get more done, or something wide enough that we could put behind our cultivator with the quad. The thing is, you put a 40-foot roller and a 37-foot cultivator, comes quite a tug, which we got the tractor to do it, but also a 40-foot land roller takes quite a bit of tractor, because this little tractor here you can definitely feel that roller push it around. And since they're so far back, it's quite a tug. And so be nice to have like a 40-footer, because then you can get a lot done. But I know if we got a 40-footer, we would then have to roll with the Magnum or the quad, because I don't think our little loader tractor would have enough power. Now our feed mixer tractor, the 1256 would. It's really loud to get any ground speed done, and dusty. I'd look like Oscar the Grouch when I got done rolling beans. So I don't know, this thing works fine for us. You're not having to stop to fill up with seed. You can run. I'd run a little faster in our own fields, but there's such short runs with this. I'm just cruising along at 7.5 mile an hour. But anyways, got to turn. All right, that's the rolling done. The last 2 fields, there was wet holes to go around, and I was turning all the time, and they were a little rough. So fields are rolled. Joe just said the baler guy got done baling. So Joe's getting the bales all picked up so they're ready to be wrapped. So apparently we got 42 round bales off of that field. And the guy that baled said figured they'd probably be 2,000 pounds. So that is 84,000 pounds off of 7 acres. That's pretty good yield. That's right around well, 7 times 7 is 7,000 pounds. Well, actually no, we'll do the math faster. So 42 divided by 7 or divided by 7 is 6. So 6 bale to the acre times 2,000 is 12,000 pounds. And 50% moisture works out to about 6,000 pounds of dry matter. So pretty good yields off of that hay. And yeah, lots of feed for the cattle. Afternoon, guys. Well, did some spraying this morning. Had some issues with the sprayer. There's, I believe, 5 switches in the hydro handle that tell it which direction it's supposed to be going, and apparently one of them went bad. So they had Here and Tractor come out and fix that, because they're finicky little things to change out, and they're probably much better at doing that than myself or Joe. So got it fixed up. It was making the monitor do some weird things and stuff like that, so should be all good to go. Sprayed off the hay that we got wrapped last night that we baled. Was going to video some of the wrapping, but it was 11 o'clock at night and it was dark. So maybe the next time we wrap some hay, I'll be in the daytime and I can show you guys what it's like to do that. So Joe and I, we got the call. I guess they're bringing an excavator to start working on the yard out back. So we got some tidying up and gates to tear down, and then when the hoe shows up, he can just get at it. So Joe's just bringing the generator around. We're gonna pump out the water in the driveway, because they're gonna fill the driveway in and get gravel and cap it, so it's a lot easier for the cement trucks to come in, because I imagine they'll want to pour concrete at the end of the week. So we'll get at that, but first I'm going to show you guys something. We got some more calves yesterday, and you're going to say these can things look a little different. So what these are a Charolais, which is a beef breed, big white beef breed, crossed with Jersey. 3 bull calves. So the only thing that really kind of gives them away that they're crossed with the Jersey is the black hooves and the black nose. But this one doesn't have that color, but it's a little more, that's not a Charolais color. They're a little more white. But anyways, supposedly that's not a bad cross because they don't really look like a beef cross. They just look like a Charolais cross. For those of you that don't have experience with cattle breeds, a Charolais animal is a big, as far as beef animals, that is a big beast, or a big breed. So put some frame on them and good growth rate on them. So it'd be interesting to see how these guys make out. Don't know how old they are. They just showed up yesterday. We got them at the sale. So it'll be interesting to see how these three pan out. So we'll go give Joe a hand getting that pump set up. He's gonna pump the water out, and then we'll get tearing those gates down and cleaning up all the odds and ends at the end of the barn so they can get started doing the site prep for the cattle yard. Rain in here now. This is the type of rain you don't want on freshly planted dry beans, hence why I didn't plant them. But anyways, guys, got the gates picked up. We're kind of scurrying around. The rain started to set in. Got them out, but that's Joe will have to finish it up in the morning. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave that video here. Till next time, guys, be sure to like and subscribe and comment on the videos. Really helps grow the channel. And again, guys, keep her between the ditches.